folks, welcome to another episode of Michael's Backyard Marina. We're going to bring out oldie but a goodie. I hope it's a goodie. We need to go get the OG or the OB, the original gangster, the old boat. So let's go hook it up and drag it around. We got to charge up some batteries, put a starter battery in it and test fire it, because I think 3 of us are going to go to the lake tomorrow, and we're going to have some fun with it. How close did I get? Oh, I missed it by that much. Need to come this way, that way, and yeah. Looks like I should be able to pull it straight out, though. All right. Get this up to a workable zone and see what we got to do to get it water ready for tomorrow. All right, folks, what are we dealing with here? What are we working with? What do we got? So, as you guys have been around the channel a while, and those that are new to the channel, welcome aboard. What we have here is a 1976 StarCraft boat, 18-footer, 120 Mer Cruiser, 4-cylinder, 120 horsepower. We got an SE 106 outdrive, brand new, last year, brand new lift cylinders. They don't look brand new, but they're dirty. Brand new stainless lines, and this shower tower that actually brings water up from here while you're going, comes up around here and just showers the top part of this gearbox with water. For a kicker motor, we have a 9.9 Johnson, and it's like brand new. It sits out in the dust, so we'll have to do a little, I don't know what we're going to do. We'll have to clean it off a little bit. We got to check air in the tires, because that looks a little soft, but these are radial tires on this particular boat. We'll check the air in the spare, and we'll go from there. There's a lot of rhyming. Inside here, you guys can't see nothing, but you can see something. We got the back seat still where I left it last fall when I took the battery out. We got some fishing poles in here, and this boat is installed with, like I do on my other boats, also a Noco Genius charger that I can plug in right here. So we're gonna get some drop cord out here, get these batteries charging right now. Because we have two 60 amp hour lithiums on the front of this boat. Sorry about that, my dead cat fell off my dead mic. There we go. And so we're gonna get those charged up and going, and then we will continue to work through this. We'll get the cover the rest of the way off. We'll get the battery installed, and check the oil in the motor, make sure everything's looking good, and go from there. Kind of stoked to get the old girl back out on the water. She's a good one. I've got a lot of time and effort sunk into this one, and she fishes good. She fishes better than you think she would for an old StarCraft Fish and Ski. I'm not going to take the cover all the way off because I got to cover it back up tonight so she don't get all dew covered. But she's a sweetheart, that's for sure. 1976, 48-year-old boat. Still getting the job done. Let's go ahead and get us a drop cord drug out here and get that charger plugged in. I have to come out of the shop with a cord. All right, battery plugged in. I gotta go get the battery out of the basement for this joker. Some of you might ask yourself, Michael, how do you know your battery you just pulled off the tender is really good? Well, I'm gonna show you how I know. I have one of these, not sponsored, but Top Don battery testers. I've been using this for a while, a couple years now, easily. But you plug it on, positive, negative, it turns on, you hit enter. I don't know how well you can see this, but it says battery test. Yes, I want to do a battery test. A regular flooded, it does AGM, gel, EFB, I don't know what EFB is. And then cold cranking amps, you bet. This is supposed to have 800 cold cranking amps. Let's hit enter, it's testing it. And I'll tell you how the battery's doing. Right now it says this one's at 785 cold cranking amps, which isn't too bad. 15 below where it should be. It's 100% charged. It's healthy. 12.89 volts. But it's 96% healthy. So that's how I know I can have some confidence with a 5-year-old battery. This is January, February, March, April of 2019. So this is over 5 years old now, and it's still holding pretty strong. So I can put this in the boat with confidence it's going to perform like I need it to. Now in this given situation, I'm going to put the battery in. I got my little battery terminal cleaner. I'm going to clean the terminals on that, stick the battery in, tighten it up, lock it down, and then we'll put some muffs on the outdrive and we'll fire it up and see how she runs. And then I got my multimeter here, because we're going to see how much voltage is getting back to the battery to make sure my charging system's okay. Because there's nothing worse than getting out on the lake and then running it around and all you're doing is bleeding the battery down because your charging system isn't keeping the battery up, and you stop somewhere and you party for a little while, then you go to fire it back up, or you fish for a little while and you go to start it back up and you got nothing. That's why you always want to carry a jump pack in your boat as well. Always a wise plan. All right, I've got my battery box here, ready to do battery box things. Sorry guys, my head's getting in the way. Do need to do something a little better here. That's not ideal. Battery's hooked up. Let's check the oil. Oil looks pretty good. Could use a couple drops, but it's fine for starting it up. Alrighty, we got the water on. So I stepped on it. See if I can clamp you guys right here so we can. And I'm gonna leave the microphone back here. Startup like that. This thing's been shut down for no less than 6 or 7 months. But we got water spritzing out of here. This is what we want. We got water flowing through here, which means it's going all the way through the motor. Nice. Listen at that engine inside here. Here's the microphone. They don't get any smoother than that. Now, I have had people ask me questions. One of the questions they asked me is right down here, where the old fuel pump, mechanical fuel pump was. They say, why didn't you just leave the old fuel pump there as a gasket or a block and just don't use it instead of doing what you did? Well, because there's always that little finger in there running up and down on the cam. There's something moving and going, running unnecessarily, so that's why I removed it. Some of you have commented about, I have an electric fuel pump hooked up to here with a fuel pressure gauge. Some of you have said that's illegal to do that. I'm not on the ocean. I'm not doing anything unsafe. I have a situation where I've got that fuel pump running off the ignition switch. So when the ignition switch is off, the pump is off. When the ignition switch is on, the pump is on. Seems all right to me. We're gonna see if this thing gets up to temperature for me. She's already climbing up. She's up to about 125 plus. Looks like our voltage is on the positive side. That's good. Horn work? Yep, I can hear the horn. The batteries are charging as intended, which is good because we got, they're about 3/4 of the way charged. They haven't been charged since last fall. So now I'm gonna climb back in here and throw my battery, my voltmeter on the battery real quick. We'll get you guys a view of that. Oh, there we go. 14.3. There we go. That's pretty good. That's putting out proper voltage. I like that all day long. Now I always carry a little set of tools in my boat, especially when you run an old boat. You never know when you might need it. And I actually use the tools in the boat to actually hook the battery back up. One way to make sure your tools actually could be kind of handy for you. We'll put this away. just see if the old fish finder fires up. Looks like it is. Looks like it's working just fine. Let's see what we got up here. We're at 13.6 volts. This is all the voltage coming from my LiPo batteries. I also have a power outlet here and 2 USB plugs here. That way you can actually, I've got all my wiring connections here. One of the must-haves is my remote control for my trolling motor. The good news is, while this is charging up, I can turn this on. While the batteries are charging, I can still charge this up on my USB port. Red light's on, means she's charging. Lay that right back there in the gunnel. Fishing pole holders are still in the boat. One there, one there. Should have a couple up front. I've got life jackets here and in the truck or the Jeep. Just good to sit in the boat with it sitting here running, idling. It's getting up about 140 degrees is all. It won't go any hotter than that, which that's perfect. When you run it hard, she goes up a little bit, but not much. Looks like I got enough fishing poles in here to do what I want to do. Yep. It's a little dirty in here. I ain't gonna lie to you. It probably needs to have some vacuuming done. Well, let's see if she shifts into gear okay. We are, yep, right into gear. That could use a little bit of adjustment. It wants to rev up almost the same time as it goes into gear. That's not wonderful. That'll be we'll add that to the we need to look at it list. I probably need to rob one more seat, sort of, kinda. Yep. Depends on what kind of fishing we're doing. We're going to the big water. When I say big water, I mean let's call it a wake lake. Shut her down. Man, that thing just runs like a sewing machine. Got my paddle, got a horn that works, I got life jackets, I got a throwable, I got an anchor. And I got that recharging up. The batteries up front, I'll show you where I got the batteries up front here. Oop, yep, here we go. You can see them right there. The one there, the middle one there, it's the 3-bank charger. The middle bank there is turning green, it'll go solid green. The other one's orange, it'll go green before too long. And once it goes solid green, it's fully charged. Nice thing is I can leave it plugged in all night and we're good to go. Oh, so happy, so happy. Okay, that's all I really have to do. Bring it out of its winter slumber, which, you know, we're in mid-July now. Winter slumber is like way gone. But, you gotta check the air in the tires. Everything seems to be doing everything it needs to do here. Got warm water coming out of there. We got spitter spatter coming out of there. We'll turn it off. Oh, I love that new pump. We'll trim it up in the morning before we leave, and then we're good to go. But yeah, that pump works good. Everything seems to function there. Put that new trim pump and cylinders on it last year from SEI Marine. Now, if any of you have an older boat, like one like this, or one like that, the biggest problem you'll have with an old pump is it will leak down. And sometimes they leak down pretty fast, so even when you're going at speed and you're trying to trim and hold trim, it'll start to leak down underneath that kind of pressure and load, and you got to keep trying to trim it back up if you want to stay on, you know, a decent, efficient plane, you know, keeping that water on the back third of the boat. Well, nice thing with the new trim pump, it cures all that problem. Nothing's leaking, it holds all the time, just like it's supposed to, which is awesome. Which muffs do you guys like? I like these round ones. Those rectangle ones, a lot of people go rectangle because it's big, but sometimes the rectangle don't seal on the ends. Those things are curved. And once they dry out a little bit, they really don't seal. All right. That being said, I think, wait for my son-in-law to get here. I'm looking over here. Waiting for my son-in-law to get here and figure out which lake we're going to, and I'll figure out what kind of tackle I'm going to throw in the boat. And because I'm thinking we're going to try for some catfish and bluegill and whatever else is biting. Sure, so I got one bluegill rig. I got several bluegill rigs. I got one catfish rig that I'll be happy to reel in a monster with. Yeah, awesome. The old boat just keeps giving. Now I put a lot of work into it. Don't mind, that's for darn sure, but it's been worth it because it's reliable. As you saw how it just started up, it was awesome. Hopefully the next footage I'll get you will be on the water, backing into the water. My son's bringing his drone, so we'll get you some drone footage. If we're going to the Wake Lake, we'll get you some at-speed footage and all that fun stuff. Now, normally if I was going to the big lake, I would actually fire this bad boy up, make sure it works. And because you know me, I like to have more than one means of propulsion in case that dies. But I got two. I got my trolling motor up front, and I got the very reliable Mercruiser 120. All right, we'll see you on the lake. All right, it's not crazy early in the morning. It's 6:08 a.m. and I don't know if you can see it from here, but if you look right in there, there's two green solid glowing dots, which means my LiPo batteries are completely charged, which is awesome. We got one last test, and that's to see if the trolling motor still works. We'll climb up on in here. And I'm gonna hook you guys up right here. We'll go ahead and power on the unit. Beep, 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 beep. We got some beep, 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 beeps. Turn on the remote. Motor stowed. Yep, that's what we want. Now we want to unstow it. There it goes. She's deploying. All right. So go up, goes down. Props are spinning. That all seems to work okay. Home. Stowing. Cool. Bada boom. Everything seems to work just fine. Now I made this little wooden handy dandy and I Velcro it down to my deck here, and I use it for transport, so this doesn't sit there and bounce really bad like they tend to do. All right. Power that down. Power that down. Trolling motor's ready to fish. Gotta like that. Got the batteries unplugged. We'll cap this back off. I think I'm gonna grab my shop vac, clean this out today, this morning. We got some time before the boys are here and we're ready to go. So I thought it'd be a good time to run the shop vac over some things and just kind of, let's just pretty it up a little bit.
Another stick up there.
You can put it on me. There we go. Slide him in. Oh, there we go. That's a decent little bluegill. Not bad for this waters. Nice. I think this worm's got one more left in him. Oops. Another Babe Winkman cast if I ever saw one. Terrible. Sorry, babe. There you go. Matthew's hooked up. They're getting bigger. Or at least they're staying big.
Yeah, they're staying pretty consistent.
Oh, we're not steering in the right direction anymore. You got it, Kurt? Yeah.
Yeah, if a guy was doing fish fry, he'd be pretty decent today, I think.
Yeah, those would be some good fryers. There you go.
Very aggressive on this shoreline.
Yeah. Did you get him here or did you cast him out there?
What's that?
That one. Did you get him out there or close?
Yeah, right out here.
Oh, out there. Gotcha.
You got the same tree I got.
I did.
I got it about 3 times before I learned my lesson. Man.
I lost it all. So you're going jig head with a worm on it?
Yep.
Whoa! That's the biggest one of the day. You know it's a good sized fish when you put it back and you go whoosh. Matthew's the panfish slayer today. Good, yeah. Maybe it's like that green jig head.
Might be it. They want something that's.
And it smells good too because of the worm. There you go. I think we're about right now. We're up to 4-1.
I don't know. You were putting on a clinic there in the beginning.
It wasn't much of a clinic. Feels like it's got a little weight to it.
Yeah, they're fighting.
Yeah, they're fighting little suckers. How? Goodness, buddy. There we go. I'm getting a fish, 2 fish a minute now. That's better than my videos get. This video ought to do better because it's on the Still on the main channel. Jeez, he just smoked that
He
one.
came off. Probably doesn't help this hook. I've straightened about 1,000 times off that tree I kept hooking.
I think that point might be a tad bit dull. Boy, he cleaned me. Whoa. Oh, give me that worm back. Well, Matthew, I hope that certain people don't see this video and like Cabela's or somebody and ask us to host a clinic
You
on
might.
catching bluegill.
We'll do it.
I did it again. I got him. I keep hitting that button. Stupid closed face reel. I need to switch reels to my other one. Well, this has been licked on a lot.
That feels like one of the bigger ones.
All right.
See, his pole's a lot more dramatic.
Nice. Look at
Jesus.
that. That's a good one.
Yeah, this is like a 7-foot ultralight, though. It's made to.
If this one bends over like that, we got the granddaddy bluegill.
You have the 3-pounder.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. At least I can see the hook. That's a regular good one. That's not one we caught that's injured or anything, is it?
Nope. He was way ahead of the boat.
He's just doing a shark impression.
Yeah.
Gonna spin it, dun,
See what he wants for this.
Like, swims off, mama didn't raise no fool.
I've always done it. In the rivers.
That's what I thought it was. I see him do it. See people do it all the time. Pretty sure green sunfish aren't a game fish. It's up again already. Wow,
Jeez.
that's a good one.
Oh no, I had my first one swallow it.
Well, folks, we had a wonderful day on the lake. As you see here, this is next morning. I covered the boat up to keep all the dew. It is really wet this morning, but just covering the boat keeps all the dew off in case I wanted to go out again this morning. But the boat performed flawlessly. It did everything it's supposed to do. We only used the 120 horse to put it back on the trailer. Didn't need it for anything else because we put in this, it's a small 300-acre lake as you saw, and the bluegills were popping. My son-in-law and I just slayed them. My son was on the camera getting you guys some video footage of us catching them. He also had the drone going up above for that kind of footage as well. We had a great time. Overcast all day, little sprinkles here and there. Couldn't ask for a better day for fishing. And but yeah, we tore them up. If we were keeping, we were catching, releasing everything. If we were keeping, we'd have had enough fish to feed the whole family and then some for sure. Because we caught in Iowa, the bluegills you saw in Iowa, those are pretty good sized bluegills. Bluegills, some green sunfish. Some people call the green sunfish a warmouths. I used to always call them warmouths. What do you guys call those particular ones? But yeah, the old 76 never disappoints. It's always been a good boat. I bought this in 2017, had it ever since, and it's been an excellent boat. Put a little effort into it to bring it in to what it is today. If you guys have been following the channel a while, this boat is what started the entire Michael's Backyard Marina, because I bought this boat, didn't know anything about big boats. The only thing I had before is in my 20s, a Johnson Seahorse 5-horse twin, and it had I had a 14-foot, almost like a canoe-shaped flat transom type boat, but it was a John boat that I put a floor in and fished out of a lot, but then got rid of it. And finally, 2017, purchased this beauty behind me here, and it's been a fun ride ever since. I appreciate everybody that's been watching and following the channel. We got some exciting stuff coming. Give you a little sneak preview of what's the things that are getting ready to come. I mean, obviously, we got Big Blue behind me here that needs a new, what do you want to call, gimbal housing put in? Not a new, I'm just rebuilding the gimbal housing, and we're dropping a 6-cylinder in that. My son keeps asking me, when are you going to get that done? I said, my goal is to get it on the water this summer, but we're already through midsummer. And then we got some fun inside the shop here. It's dark. We got some fun things coming up on this guy right here. Sneak preview of that. So once again, thanks for joining the journey. Working on stuff in the backyard here, Michael's Backyard Marina. Don't forget to check out the other channel, Michael in the Backyard, doing other stuff in the backyard that's not so much boat related, but it's still fun and entertaining, and keeps me busy, keeps me young. We'll see you on the next video. This is Michael saying, if it ain't broke, fix it till it is. This is Michael saying, if it ain't broke, fix it till it is. And we'll see you on the next video. And you guys be good to one another. And if I'm lucky, I'll see you there. I'm out.